Hello all, welcome to day 10 for the season. I finally reached rank 25 and a really good push point. I'm currently at 15 win streak, so really happy. The only tick that I unlocked on day 10 was the multi-node leading up to BH and selected the 2 boom cannons to give me better protection against other RC players. And now I am headed to BH. I will need 2 more chests to collect. One I can collect now and one in a few hours, which will allow me to go either via the barrage route or via the HC route. Both of them have their pluses. Barrage is 6 keys less, so might be useful later on, while HCs will give me protection once 100 DBD comes online, and that's going to come really soon. And the RL fire from 100 DBD does hurt a little bit on the fragile rocket choppers of 50 TH. I placed my boom cannons kind of in the center and the top right area, because I already had 2 in the top left and 2 at the bottom right, so it just made sense to protect the center and the top right a little bit more, but still sticking to the similar layout as of yesterday. Seems to be working fine so far. For a few of the hits that I have been doing, this was quite an easy 6 ER because I did not really have too many defenses protecting the bottom ER. So I delayed dropped a boat of bombers so that they could clear off that ER while the rocket choppers do their work on top. And post that, it also had simple shock arrangements on the top left. Simply flare the ERs and shock and RT the ER as needed. Similar layout, but a bit more beefy. So I used the rocket choppers to clear the bottom ER and then flare up, but thereafter pretty much rinse and repeat because it's similar sort of a layout. Just need to be careful with the GB management because obviously there isn't a lot of it, but this cluster is easy enough to shock, so you can use the GB wisely. This is a 5ER layout. Please don't use these sort of layouts, guys. It's really easy for a player like me to clear. Just arted out one of the boom cannons and then smoke and flare the rocket choppers up. Use a few shocks to get rid of the key defenses protecting the area. Let the rocket choppers free clear the ERs and then flare the final ER. A slightly slower time, but that was more my fault rather than anything else. But I was measuring the time of the opponent, so wasn't in a rush. Took my time to clear out the base and secured the win nice and easy. Shocks over here are again quite simple to do. So if you have GB, you can use a couple of shocks and repeat as needed. This is one of the front-loaded ones. Quite simple to do. It just tends to be slightly slow if they have a lot of defenses in front. But this one was okay. Just manage your GB because you will need those shocks coming down too. The top side wasn't protected very well, apart from a BC, which I critted out and then used a few RTs. And then a simple flaring and shocks. Well played, Amer, again. Amer went to 6 ER. Similar sort of front-loaded, but this one was slightly more spaced out ERs. So I just ended up going 2 ERs and then doing the round trip around the base. I used some critters to distract one of the RLs and protect my rocket choppers a bit more. But after that, it was a simple case of shocks and flares to finish off the ERs. Another simple 6ER layout. Art out one of the BCs, which will flank my RCs when I'm coming from the top. But clear the bottom area and then fly up to the top. Use the RC speed, manage the GBE with critters and shocks against key defenses like boom cannons, and then simply flare the final 2 ERs for a Hail Mary, using the shocks as needed. This was also quite a good time, 234, against a beefy enough layout. Use the version of a bomber to get the bottom one. I don't really have a fixed rule as to when I'll use bombers or clear it up. It just depends upon what I feel like doing looking at a base. But hopefully you folks can utilize similar sort of combinations as needed and try out what works best for you. And for the final boss fight, this was really lucky. I managed to match another 5ER with the back compact. So this one is really simple. And I was lucky enough to match this player, and I know matchmaking is not really fair for a lot of folks, but it's something that we all have to deal with. Especially now that I went back up to higher ranks. This will be even slower for me because there's only around 100 odd players in rank 22 plus. And to make a push for legendary, I'll need to match those players in a timely manner. When I was playing for day 10, the queues were really slow, but it's okay. I was still making progress, so just try to wait patiently for the matches and then pick up the stars as and when needed. Huge congrats to the legendary players. They're doing really well this season. I think today a lot of the folks will get BH, which is one of the key techs which is required for a legendary push right now. So I expect a lot more legendary players to come up on this day 11 of the season. There's quite a few strong players right at the very top already. So looking forward to battling with them. Good luck on your push, folks, and have a great day.